Good morning, virtual book clubbers. So yes, we're still here at the cabin. We will be going home today. It's been beautiful up here. We did get a little dusting of snow. Not too bad, but just a little dusting. We did get a visit from a bobcat yesterday. He was up there on the hill and didn't see him, but he sure made his presence known. He was very loud. So it's still beautiful. It is still pretty quiet, but it might be a little noisier this morning as everyone in the cabins here are probably getting ready to go home. So you might hear a lot more cars and opening and closing of doors around here. But I want to congratulate you guys. You guys have made it a full week in this Simple Abundance virtual book club. I know that this is not an easy process. Anything doing with soul work is never easy. Some people commented yesterday that the questions that we asked about what truly bring us joy, some of us had to really think about that. And that kind of was a startling revelation to a few people. Like, I didn't think it was going to be that hard of a question for me to answer. So sometimes that can take you back, but that's a good thing. That is a good thing. When you feel challenged like that, you definitely, that's where you need to be. That's the comfort zone that we need to push past. I know even my husband and I, we had this conversation during this weekend and, talking about what truly brings us joy. And although this book is written towards women, men too have this issue with being able to connect with their authenticity and being able to have that communication with their guiding spirit. So it's not a woman issue, it's a global pandemic issue. So definitely the information from this book is relevant to anyone. If you don't know how to identify what brings you joy, if you don't have a connection to your authentic self, then this absolutely is for you. So why don't we get into today's reading? So today we're going to be January 9th reading in Simple Abundance. So it says, in my life's chain of events, nothing was accidental. Everything happened according to an inner need. That was written by Hannah Sench. Do you have everything you need right now? What about your wants? Few of us have everything we want, and at times our wants can seem positively all-consuming. Our sensibilities become confused and overstimulated by mass media that glorifies beautiful people and expensive objects. It's easy to lose clarity about what it is we need to live authentically. Most of us are hungering for something more in our lives. But do we really think the answer can be found in a glossy magazine or on a movie screen? If we are to live happy, creative, and fulfilled lives, it is crucial to distinguish between our wants and our needs. Unfortunately, many women blur the distinction and then wonder why they feel so diminished. Make peace with the knowledge that you can't have everything you want. Why? Because it's more important for us to get everything we need. Like infants, we feel content when our essential needs are met. Be courageous. Ask yourself, what is it I truly need to make me happy? The deeply personal answers to this vital question will be different for each of us. Trust the loving wisdom of your heart. It is only after we acknowledge our inner needs that we can harness the creative energy necessary to manifest them in our lives. It is inevitable when one has the great need of something, one finds it. That was written by Gertrude Stein. What you need, you attract like a lover. I think that it's so true what she says here. You know, we, especially now, I mean, this book was written, I believe, in 1995, so this is before the advent of everyone having a cell phone in their hand. This is before social media and all of these apps that literally take away your time. That's why I've loved being up here at the cabin so much, because there's no Wi-Fi. Yes, I'm taping this show, but I won't be able to post it until I get back to civilization. And the only time I've had my phone on is in the morning to tape this show. So not being able to have all of these distractions. But it's not only distractions, it's constantly being inundated with ads and all of these things that are meant to, if you ever get a chance, kind of off topic, but this is definitely speak to the point I'm talking about. There is a Netflix documentary called The Social Dilemma. It literally is talking about this, how social media was created and how it is meant to basically turn you into a walking, talking advertisement. You know, that is what you are. The more engagement they have your attention, you know, the more money you're making them, and how they influence every part of your life, and that the feeds that you see are literally tailored to you because of your likes and the things that you looked at. So you're constantly being fed. If you think about it in that aspect, the more time you spend on social media, the more it's feeding and blurring that line of what you need versus what you want. And having all of these things around us, it's so hard sometimes because we're being told what to look like, what, you know, what to buy, what to eat, you know, having all of these influences. That really came apparent to me this year when we bought our house. We live out in the country, kind of in a, you know, really country environment. And for Christmas, I wanted to decorate our house in red and black plaid. And I was just like obsessed with red and black plaid. And what I realized after was that I was being influenced by social media. It was like, where in my consciousness did I allow that to, you know, change how I usually do Christmas? And I was just obsessed with everything had to be red and black plaid. It wasn't a need, it was a want, and it was a want that I was influenced by seeing social media things. And I didn't realize that until afterward. So it was just definitely interesting. So when you purchase something, before you purchase it, maybe think about that. Be like, was I influenced and kind of tricked into, you know, buying this? Is this really something I really wanted for myself? Or was this something that I was told that I wanted? Definitely will take a different perspective when you start thinking about things like that. But I love what she says, you know, those lines get so blurred that we can have this extreme anxiety in our lives because our driving force is about getting those things we want instead of being content and being happy with the things that we need. When we take that moment to distinguish the two, we can find so much more calm and happiness and truly more simple abundance in our life if we take that time to recognize that. So how are you guys doing this week? Like I said, I know it's been a rough week. We've been asking a lot of deep questions. What did you get out of today's reading? I'd love to hear your comments, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.